component that I bring into CERT is, okay, great, we got all this information and technology, what do we do with it? How do we create businesses? How do we show people how to make money doing it? I'm Stefan Doering, and I teach a couple of classes here at CERT. One is environmental entrepreneurism and the other is environmental intrapreneurism. And they are both designed to, they're really designed, from my perspective, the fastest and best way to not only stop what we've been doing to the destruction of the planet, but actually reverse it, is to show people how to make money doing it. In the early 90s, I created a concept, an environmental retail store, and we were one of the first in the early 90s to start. Probably in the 7 years that we had our business, we became probably the largest in the country, if not the world. But it was about 10 years too early. It was before the curve. So we teach two classes. One is environmental intrapreneurism. Now, intrapreneurs are entrepreneurs within the corporate environment, and so what we do is we help in the class is we help you create your environmental product or idea or a service, and then within the corporate walls, how do you get it going? How do you deal with management that may or may not be open to what you're creating? How do you build your team? How do you market it? And how do you then present it to management as, hey, here's the idea, let's go with it. So that's the intrapreneurism program. The entrepreneur program is working with entrepreneurs or environmentalists or both on, hey, I love the environment, but I don't know how to set up a business, or I'm really into business, but I don't know how to set up an environmental product or service. So we bring them together, and by the end of the course, you've written your business plan, you know exactly what it is that you want to promote and sell. We've had real estate people creating green real estate companies. We had a really great one with this woman who does green roofs and designs, and she now makes green walls. And I was just talking to her a couple weeks ago, and her company is really growing now. She designs inside buildings, growing walls of green plants and flowers. So inside of apartments and office houses, you have these walls of green plants growing up these walls, and on roofs, garden roofs and so on in the city. I don't know anything about green walls, but what I do know is a lot about business. So, and then we bring in the science to making sure that the product is not going to be what we call greenwashing. Greenwashing is when you use principles and concepts of being green without really doing it. So you brag, hey, I'm green, but you're not really green. So we're making sure you're not really greenwashing, and that what you're actually creating is going to have an impact on the planet. There's a fine line between greenwashing and businesses just not knowing the best way to do something as far as environment is concerned. So we're still figuring it out as businesses, but then there are some businesses that are saying it without really, and know they're saying it without doing anything about it. So we're trying to get rid of that and help businesses innovate, and yeah, we're going to make mistakes along the way as we're figuring out, is it better to do this or better to do that for the environment? I've been working with entrepreneurs pretty much all over the world, 13 countries or so now, on helping them build their businesses and adding the green component, if you will. I have a bachelor's and a master's in information technologies, and I've been teaching and coaching for probably 15 or 20 years now. My education has been by 5 companies I've had, and my 5 or 6 years in corporate work.